Hi, I'm Dr. Ariel Foster with YogaAnatomyAcademy.com. Today I'm going to talk about the cue, lift the arch of the foot. So there are three arches in the foot, and the one that is most likely being discussed or cued in yoga class is going to be the medial arch. And so the medial arch goes from the base of the big toe to the inner heel. There is also a transverse arch that sort of keeps the middle of the foot lifted, and it goes across, and there's a lateral arch that's almost invisible because of the kind of fatty tissue and soft tissue on the foot, but if you took all of that away, you could see a little bit of an arch in the bony structure on the outside of the foot too, on the pinky toe side. So today we're going to talk about the medial arch and how to lift the medial arch of the foot. So the main cue that you hear would be to root through the outer edge of the back foot. And the reason why that can work is because one of the muscles that helps to support the arch, the medial arch, is wraps around the ankle. And it goes from under the arch, behind this little nubby inner ankle bone, and all the way up a little bit into the calf. And so that rolls here to here. When you then put your weight into the outer edge of the foot, it starts to lift the inner ankle, and it can also kind of lift the arch along the way. The second muscle I wanted to talk about today is called flexor hallucis brevis. This one also lifts the arch. But first, let's back up a moment. So part of what creates the arch is the bony structure, really having the bones line up in a certain way and the ligaments that hold one bone to another bone. So everyone's foot is going to look different, every arch is going to look different, and to some extent that's quite normal. So what we're looking for is really a muscular effort, not changing the underlying shape of a human being's body, but the muscular effort to start to enhance the support of the foot and the muscular action all the way in the longest neurons of our body that go from our brains out connecting to our toes. So the second muscle is called flexor hallucis brevis, and it runs from under the big toe to the inside of the arch, the medial arch. And when you push the base of the big toe, the big toe down, and you don't lift the base of the big toe, you start to lift through the arch. And so it can look a little bit like this. Big toe pushes down, arch lifts. I can actually feel a muscle contracting right here, but the base of the big toe is not lifting up off the floor. So the next time you teach, say you have your students in Warrior 2 or Warrior 1, and you're trying to avoid the collapsing into the back foot that is so common. You've already given the cue, lift the arch. You've already given the cue, press into the outer edge of your back foot. You still see a lot of like sloppy, kind of schlumped arches looking kind of like this. So your next cue could be push the big toe down into the ground and try to do that while keeping the base of the big toe also down. Eventually, when you get the muscles that loop around the ankle, when you get flexor hallucis brevis, when you get all of them coordinated, what you see is a shortening of the inside of the foot, so that from the base of the big toe to the inner heel, you actually get a little bit shorter. In Pilates, this is known as short foot. So rooting the big toe, rooting the base of the big toe, rooting the inner heel, but floating up the arch, it takes flexor hallucis brevis and a whole team of muscles, bones, and ligaments to stay lifted. May this video help you in your path to have an intelligent, safe yoga asana practice, and may this video help you in your path to really understanding how to lift the arch of the foot. For more information, see YogaAnatomyAcademy.com or Facebook.com/YogaAnatomyAcademy. Thanks so much.